And I'm curious to hear what it is that you were so desperate to tell us about.
Desperate? There is no desperation in my actions. Nothing but cold logic and the real assessment of this world and how I exist in it now.
All the same, do speak.
I would have enjoyed welcoming you to my home, but I did note that you managed to make yourselves comfortable there all the same. I should not have been surprised after hearing stories from Leon at how some of his companions, how they fought, how effective they could be. And yet all the same, when I'm informed that someone has tampered with the Orbistorms, I come in quick as I could to find one of my towers in shambles, my hall coated in gore that I did not spill, and Ursilia's ashes beneath my feet, Leon's body slumped against a wall, giant crows. The head turns fractionally at like the squawking crows who are flying. And you. I suppose I will congratulate you. I have not been. I have not been blindsided. In. How long has it been? The Lich Prince fractionally rotates his head upward.
The Lord of Dead has made many enemies in his time, and it seems that in desperate times many are willing to work together in order to achieve common goals, which might be a similar thing to why we're speaking now.
Common goals. The prince lowers his head from looking up at the sky. Yes. You have been contacted before. Not by me directly, although we have spoke before, Zarza says, looking down the line at Geráck and Aurelia, albeit in a
Geráck
limited
frowns.
fashion. I have wanted to have this conversation, though, in concern with some elements that also concern my king, and some elements that do not concern my king. The intellect assassin that once inhabited the body of your former companion is greatly troubling.
Once inhabited.
Once inhabited. I have lost my ability to scry it. Part of the deal that is made ensures that I can keep track on those who do make deals. Unfortunately, it has managed to elude that somehow. I imagine through one of those dragons. It was last detected by my peers in the Queen's Wood.
Geráck quickly
Yes.
looks to Aranas.
Could you repeat that?
It was last detected by my peers in the Queen's Wood.
He sort of moves his hand to the hilt of the sword.
The tooth, by the way, is screaming at you to stab this motherfucker.
Says, continue, please.
That is the information I know of its last whereabouts. Dwohirum's body, I presume, is gone, abandoned somewhere, perhaps to be reused again by the entity, its purpose fulfilled. And this intellect assassin, somehow, with the Sword of Ruin, I imagine, roams in those woods.
And you're saying that he has eluded your scrying with the help of a dragon, a blue one, presumably.
One of them. I cannot imagine it would be so otherwise. That intellect assassin has caused considerable trouble. More of a nuisance than of assistance, but I did not expect an agent of the three to actually help me. This, of course, is of concern for multiple reasons. The Sword of Ruin is gone. With it, wherever that may be, and all entities, I am sure, do fear what would happen to them when subjected to that sword. Would it not be a shame for someone's greatest creations, for all those beneath him or her, to wilt and fall? Unfortunately, my agents in the area no longer exist. And after recent events, I no longer have any to spare. The Lord of Dead has concerned himself with other affairs, and I am now left to my own devices. Considering the nature of this entity, though, and how it betrayed some of you, and how it wields a weapon that could cause just as much harm to anyone, I thought you might be interested in knowing. The last time I saw it. You can be assured, Aranas, that the three and the true king do not agree on everything. I am sure that there are few dragons, other than the whites, poor as they are, have much interest in seeing the world covered by cold. They work for their own means, and last time I checked, this entire group cared more about them than anything I've done.
So your decision to have this conversation was simply to give us this information, then?
I wanted to do that. I also wanted to express There is little room at the top. There can be only one king, and an unfortunate part of rising as high as I have means that you've attracted so much attention. I have had to surrender much in my pursuits for my survival, and I am beginning to question whether I have paid too much. I do not know what place there may be for me should this world freeze.
Aranas looks slightly to Aurelia and says, the fear of a pawn is indeed where it shall stand on the board once the game is finished.
Zarza cast his baleful red eyes over towards Leon, who dips his head out of respect again for looking back at you individuals. While Geráck's brother begins to carve into steak. Like, steak?
A shark steak.
Sure, whatever.
Dwarves can make it
As
happen.
heir to Dragonkin keep, I learned how to make steaks out of shark meat.
He has the summon steak ability.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Get back into character. The prince says,
The pursuit of what I have done has made me invaluable to a point. But when that need has fallen, as it now has, the tool becomes a threat.
No. Aranas nods. Says, and so you would go against your old master then? Is that what I am to understand? It seems unlikely, as I have not heard of that happening with any of your kind before.
That is because almost all attempts have failed utterly. Those that have succeeded fade into obscurity, as that is their only way to do so. Vampires, dread specters, members of the Undying Peerage have tried over the ages, but he was the first among our kind, and he controls better than anyone else. We exist at his sufferance. And what I have done to ensure his success may have sealed my failure.
It seems then that your wish would be to do something to ensure his failure so that you may succeed.
Perhaps. I tell you this in large part because there is no one else you could tell. I would be willing to assist in a limited fashion to disguise my intentions and to help bolster those who might not wish the land to freeze.
How would you do so?
I would
He looks over towards Leon, who looks very puzzled and confused.
This looks to Leon. Looks back to the Lich Prince.
I have a incredibly vested interest in seeing that intellect assassin destroyed, completely purged from this existence, and the Sword of Ruin but an afterthought, really, compared to what that entity has done. Now, I would say that some of you may have a stake in that creature as well, given what it has done to you. Isn't that right, Leon? Who gulps and visibly nods. So then I see no problem, then, with allowing Leon the opportunity to leave home for a time, and ensure that this matter is handled. To which Leon looks very surprised, and visibly trembles.
Aranas looks to Leon and says, "And would he agree with that? I understand he wishes to return to his home."
Leon, do be honest.
Leon quavers and stammers. I would, yes, my prince, I would,
See? Leon agrees. Good. There's also the matter of some...
Prince looks around.
Where is that? Oh, there.
Prince Zarza looks down at a cube that is sort of like tumbled into place on the ground.
There we go. I was actually going to... Well, this will actually work a bit myself.
The Lich's feet will hover off the ground and actually begin to hover towards the cube.
Probably
no.
have someone else pick it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Geráck will stand in the way.
Just like, don't take our people.
You're not getting him.
I didn't want to steal him, you fool.
What the?
I'm going to put him out of his cube.
Geráck looks perplexed.
Why is it that every single dwarf I have ever encountered in my entire existence insults my intelligence?
It's more mistrust than questioning your intelligence.
Was bringing your brother back not enough?
It helped.
I suppose the question is then why do you want to bring him out of his cube?
Because I do believe he has obtained some items from me that might actually be of use to you. But you can't really access them when he's in his cube. Or can you?
True.
Actually, you know what? Tell you what. I rescind the offer of help.
And Zarza begins to hover back.
You can figure it out on your own.
Aranas looks at Geráck. Nods towards the Lich.
Fine.
Fine what?
Well, I don't think he wants Tempus for anything, actually. It wouldn't make any sense.
What do you think I would do? Raise him as an undead creature? He's made out of metal, you know.
He might have other uses, but...
He might.
Aranas looks to Geráck. Says, I believe he is your friend and companion.
That's not what I meant.
Thought that would be the primary reason to protect him.
That's
And,
not what I meant.
Zarza finishes hovering over, And he will lean down and pick up the cube. Aren't you just adorable?
I meant the point wouldn't be for Lord Zarza here to bring him back as an undead. He might have other uses to him.
Zarza spins around and like
He sort of looks at Geráck like, you don't need...
and like actually like puts like the bone rod like into his robe and begins working at the cube. His back turned.
Like a Rubik's Cube.
What was that? I always hated stupid clockwork god Rava. Doesn't even make any sense.
Geráck looks a bit stressed and like stamping his feet in the sand.
Well, I looked to him and say, something wrong, Geráck?
Dear goddess of fated industry, Ah, here we go.
Just looks at Lord Zarza and mumbles.
And the cube unceremoniously falls, and Tempus unconsciously tumbles out of it.
That would have been a very useful skill to know how to do, I believe. He was like that for the first half year that I traveled with you.
Victor, can you at least go through his backpack for me to find the vials in question?
He has been that way for multiple
Yes,
occasions.
Do it.
But I doubt he's in any condition at the moment to do anything.
He has the vials in like a black bag that says, "Do not drink." Expect fish up, no black bag.
Shit. Yes. Victor does basically just reach into the backpack by not even opening the backpack, and does end up pulling out the 6 mysterious vials.
It'd be great if Gryph came back right now.
Wait, what?
I know. The 6 unused and mysterious vials that Tempus retrieved. Good work, Victor. Move away again, you're scaring them. The Spectre, like, wheels to, like, menacingly, like, look, and, like, flies away. Oh, good help is so hard to find. Don't even know what happened to my other... Oh, right. I remember.
I'm sure you pick your best and brightest to help you.
It is difficult work. There is a high turnover rate if you're interested in seeking gainful employment. Not just finally you and
Aranas looks slightly worried at Geráck.
Oh, shit.
Geráck just shakes his head like.
And Zarza will end up pulling a 7th vial out from his robe and hold it out. And actually, like, hover, like, really close to, like, Aranas and Geráck. Come closer. Please,
Zold is, like, screaming.
Yes, like, plunge it in! He'll gesture towards Aurelia. Come closer, my dear. I will only explain this once.
A bit of hesitation. She'll kind of creep closer.
Don't be shy.
Shadow hands.
If I wanted to have my way with you, I would have. Don't you worry. Yes. I am a master alchemist, as is Aurelia to some extent. We have worked together over our years, ever since she sought me to. He looks over towards Leon, who nods his head respectfully again. Yes. We have worked together for some time. At any rate, these vials would be of some use, I am sure. I will inform you of what it is that they do. You may keep the 6, plus have the 7th. Call it in a...
gesture of good faith.
That was your brother. Call it an investment. As a result, there is actually a separate document that I will now link to you folks that has one of each of these 7 vials on it. He can read the Lich Cant, as it turns out. He's the one who wrote it. And he can actually define what each of those potions do.
I just
what the creature
feel like
wants
this
to
is a
become?
strange liquid in Aurelia Maker's dungeon again.
Yes,
You know, that was my
there
thought
is
as
that.
well.
And yes, there is Whisper Sneak. That potion, when consumed, will turn your body incorporeal, allowing you to pass through solid objects, and you regain resist damage 12 plus versus everything. The effects last for 1 hour. There is Scorched Death, which requires your entire turn a move, quick, and standard action to consume properly. And on your next turn, you must use your standard action to spew Fiendish Flame from your gullet. Add 1d3 plus 1 nearby enemies, and all allies engage with them. You make an attack using Dexterity plus level. The attack deals 4d12 ongoing fire damage on a hit, half that on a miss. If you choose to avoid using your standard action for this purpose, you can't be forced to. It's a choice. Like, if you're knocked unconscious, then it will just expel itself harmlessly. You will automatically take 8d12 ongoing fire damage, and the Scorched Death will fade. There's Pain Risk, which gives you a +2 to all of your attack rolls, and you also become vulnerable to all attacks until the end of the next battle. If you're critically hit, you may make a basic melee attack as a free action. You get to roll 2d20 and take the higher result. If both attacks hit, the attack becomes a critical hit. While under the effects of Pain Risk, the effects used to negate critical hits do not work on you because you want to be hurt. The potion rewires your mind. So the invocation, for example, that Aranas can wield would not protect you. There's Life Shunt, which allows you to drink a potion while touching someone, and as a free action, you can burn 2 recoveries of your own to heal that person with a single recovery, using your dice. There is Blood Spew, which upon drinking it, as a free action, you can take any amount of damage. Until the end of the next battle, your attacks, hit or miss, deal that much extra damage. So if you take 96 points of damage, you'll get plus 96 to your damage rolls. But you only gain 1/4 the normal amount of healing effects, no matter the source.
I take 200 points of damage.
There's Dark Inspire. Upon consumption, you gain a free reroll that may be used on any d20 check before your next full heal up. You must use the second result, and if both rolls are failures, your d20 check will be a critical failure. If you rolled a 1 on your second one, it'll be even worse. And finally, the one that he'll hand over is Quick Time. Your body accelerates under the effects of this potion. At any time before your next full heal up, you may take a move action as a free action.
Oh, I need this.
Do keep in mind that you can only be under the effects of 1 potion at a time. So if you're like, ah, son of a bitch, you drink a healing potion, if you had one of those effects saved up there, it's gone.
Again, I feel like this is a trap.
Yeah, I don't want any of this, but I mean...
I want all of this.
Okay, well, Aurelia, take the bag.
Aurelia can drink every potion. I feel that this is the strange liquid in the basement all over again.
Could be, but I don't think so. That would be a strange
I mean,
way to getting
it
us.
might be made by the same person, some of this.
Yeah.
You guys just don't appreciate the art of alchemy. What's the word? Alchemy. There we
Yes.
go.
No, I don't.
And after explaining that, Zarzal would sigh and said, I suppose you're technically giving Leon back. I didn't want you to leave with both the orb and him. I'll even throw in something extra. If there is... You, and he looks over at Aurelia. That's, what do you want more than anything else?
I would like the 3 to be at my feet and decapitated.
That's a lot to ask.
The Lich Prince nods slowly. Direct.
Did
I
not.
can get behind that. He doesn't say that. He does bobble his head. So, in your quest then to have the 3 decapitated for whatever it is that they have done to you or to this world, what do you think you need most?
say power.
That was my first thought.
I'm not entirely sure the plan is ambitious and rather impossible to some, although
Perhaps.
if you're offering anything, then I am looking for a way to track someone.
Lich Prince performs a human gesture, lifting a bony finger and tapping it to his chin.
What is the point of this offer?
To track someone. Have you touched him at all within the past year?
No.
I'll have to think on it. But, I have noticed that Leon is in good condition. Well,
He looks over at Leon.
as good as he could be right now.
Geráck nods.
I told Aurelia.
He was rather badly poisoned, I'm sure.
Yes, there is totally not at all, not even remotely, any form of aggression on my part towards what happened there with the elves and the priest from Santa Cora.
Frowns at the Lich Prince. He does not like that he has killed all those good people.
Prince, like, looks over at Aranas. Says,
Oh, I know what you're thinking. I think I do. And I wasn't even there until you, by touching the orb, summoned me there.
Right. Leon was the one who killed all of the scope people.
Not a game mechanically? Probably yes.
Exactly.